What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again, teaching you some of the things your pops probably should have taught you. Maybe he wasn't around. Maybe he was a simp. All right, but I'm gonna give you that information anyway, so you can be good going forward. Now, a lot of people have been asking me this question based on this video. It was on the Brilliant Idiots. I'm gonna probably put the link in the description box or something like that, so you can check out the video. But anyway, they were talking about whether or not men should get credit for not cheating. Should men get credit for not cheating on their girl? Yes, men should get credit for not cheating on their girl. Now, let me get into y'all argument because I already know what it's about to be. The argument is going to be, you're going to basically go back to that Chris Rock thing. You ain't supposed to get credit for doing what you supposed to do. You ain't supposed to get credit for doing what you supposed to do. That's like saying, I take care of my kids. What, you want a cookie? Yes, I want a cookie for taking care of my kids. Yes, I want a cookie. You know why I want a cookie? Because that's what you get. They call that Father's Day. They call that Mother's Day. You get cookies, you get jewelry, you get tie. Well, if you're a father, okay. If you're a father, you probably get a tie at the most and some socks. But look at Mother's Day, though. Okay, let's not use Father's Day as an example. But let's use Mother's Day as an example. Mom's getting vacations, dozen roses, flowers, and candy. This just goes back to what I'm really saying. You know, just because a man can't get credit for something doesn't mean he doesn't deserve credit for it. All right, we always like to try to find a way to not give men credit for stuff. But I want the same people who would agree with that. You don't get credit for taking care of your kids. I want the same people to say, okay, so I don't have to get you a Mother's Day present this year is what you're trying to say because you don't deserve credit for taking care. Exactly. Now get in the comment section, y'all, and lie to me and tell me that if you're actually a mother, and have somebody talking about, well, when I have kids, I don't want a Mother's Day present. You ain't got no damn kids. Shut your goofy ass up. I'm talking about somebody who actually has some kids who gonna sit there and tell me that they don't want credit, that they don't want Mother's Day gifts. Yeah, I haven't been a mother. You gotta get gifts for people who ain't even your mother. Aunts, grandparents. You gotta get gifts for people who ain't even your mom, your girl if you got kids. You know what I mean? You gotta get Mother's Day gifts for everybody. So people want credit for stuff. They just don't want to give credit for stuff. Yes, you're supposed to give credit for somebody for not cheating on you. Yes, because that's what you want. You wanted them to be faithful. They did what you wanted. Life is all about getting credit for doing what you're supposed to do. That's what you get credit for. They give out the MVP trophy, the most valuable player. Think about that. You get a trophy for playing the best you possibly could. Ain't that what they paid you for? They paid you to not play the best you possibly could. They paid you to not be the best player. They wanted you to be the best player. That's why they gave you money. They assumed that you would do whatever you could to play the best basketball or the best football or the best soccer or the best baseball or whatever the heck it is that you possibly could play. That's what they gave you the money for. And if that results in you being the best player in the entire league, you were doing what you were supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to get any extra money for that. You're not supposed to get any extra, according to y'all and the way y'all think. You're not supposed to get any a trophy for that, but you do, because that's the whole point. Now, the same people sitting over here talking about, you don't deserve credit for doing what you're supposed to be doing. How do you ask for a raise? Help me understand. What do you do? Just say, hey, give me a raise because you just give me one. No, you tell them all the stuff that you did, which was stuff that they paid you for, which is stuff that you're supposed to be doing. I don't care if you're staying late. That's what you're supposed to be doing. I don't care if you was working harder than anybody in the office. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But you want a raise, you want a promotion, and if not, you got low self-esteem, all right? You need to want a raise in a promotion, or you need to want to get your own damn business or something, because ultimately, if you don't want the most out of whatever it is you're doing in life, that's a side note, but you got a problem. Get it together. So, yes, a person is going to want credit and they deserve credit, because let's keep it real. Just because you feel like somebody is supposed to do something doesn't mean they have to. They don't have to take care of their kids. Yeah, maybe you got to pay child support or whatever like that, but you don't even have to do that. You can go to jail. You can move. You can leave the damn country if you want to. I don't know, whatever. There's a lot of people doing it. So if a person is doing something that you want them to do, then you should give them credit. Otherwise, you can't expect them to keep doing it. If you don't feel like it's worth it to give that person credit for it, if your girl cooking you breakfast, I don't care if you feel like she's supposed to do it, give her credit anyway. Yeah, thanks for that breakfast. I really appreciate that. If dude out here mowing the lawn, I don't care if you feel like he's supposed to do it. Give him credit anyway. Hey, I appreciate you for mowing that lawn. Because they don't have to. They paid bills. Of course, everybody got to pay bills in their house. But you got lights, don't you? You got heat. You got things that you wanted and things that you need. Yes, you should thank people. That's why a lot of y'all can't find anybody and can't keep anybody happy, because you refuse to give credit for the baseline things that you want. You want some grand gesture, and that's the only thing you'll say thank you for. Well, if people don't get credit for the baseline things that they do, they just go somewhere else. They're like, you know what? Why should I keep this? This is like if y'all got employees, if you ever run your own business, give your employees credit for the baseline things that they do. Give your employees credit for showing up to work every day. If you don't, you're going to have a bunch of disgruntled employees. Now, people who actually understand the game know that. That's why I do these videos like Cold Hearted Game, how to get them to chase you. If y'all want to check that out, go to the Chaz Ellis Project, the premium, and get some of those premium videos from there. But the reason why, because I tell y'all about the game. It's not about all the touchy-feely. It's not all about like, you know, trying to prove some type of point. It's about doing what's effective and what works. If you want somebody to stay faithful, then what you want to do is you want to reward that. A lot of y'all will go through somebody's phone, and if you find something, it's World War III. You going bananas. You throwing phones. You cussing them out. You bucking up on them and all that stuff. If you find out they got somebody that they've been liking their pictures, or somebody liked their pictures, or they got some messages or something like that, you going ham. But have you ever thought about the fact that when you go on somebody's phone and you don't find anything, nothing at all, they just they singing your praises to the world? Do you say, oh man, you know what? Let me run you a bath. Let me give you a massage. Let me cook your favorite food to eat. Let me buy you a necklace. Let me go do something nice for you. Whatever the heck. Do you ever do that? No. Generally, you just go, oh, that's what you're supposed to do, was not have nothing in your phone. So everything in as far as you're concerned is high risk, no reward. So you go on their phone, you wonder why they turn their phone over and don't let you look at it. You wonder why they put it in their pocket all the time or pick it up immediately and make sure you can't get it. You wonder why they're so secretive, because it's not like when you find out they're not cheating or doing anything bad, you're going to be nice to them or happy or feel grateful that they're a good person that you're with. You're not going to feel that way. You're just going to be like, okay, business as usual. But if you find anything that you even misconstrue, you're going to go ham. Think about that when you get into this whole, you don't deserve credit for doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're going to go off on somebody about something, then you need to show them love when it's the opposite. If you're not willing to do that, then of course you're going to have nothing but problems in your relationships. All right, once again, it's your man, Chaz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out my premium videos on the ChazEllisProject.com, especially that Cold Hearted Game. I'm telling you, it's going to give you all type of information that you've been missing out on. Make sure you check that out. Also, like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.